Hello, everybody. This is Pop Tart Snake. You can call me Snake, and this is probably gonna be a mistake. So today I'm going to sort Fe6 characters by how good I think they are, combat wise. Then when we're done, I'm gonna put them on a tier list based off how they ranked on here, and then I'm gonna make an actual Fe6 tier list on how I would rank them, because the sorter is not always the most accurate sometimes. So let's get started. We have Chad versus Thea, or Tate if you use some of the old patches. I think it's a simple. I'm gonna go Tate. Gale is. I'd put extras off, but apparently Gale is considered not extra on this one. So Cap gets a free win. Percival is just kind of very good. Geese is really mediocre. Ogre gets a free win. Cecilia. Oh, do I even have to discuss this? Sophia's literally one of, if not the worst character in this game. I think. Oh wait, I forgot to play the music. Sweet. Cecilia can at least do some stuff, like she's promoted. So she's not gonna have like the best like potential, but like even then, like why would you want to use Sophia? She doesn't have that good potential either. As to my ass. Plus, at least she has staff utility right away. What do you have? A free guiding ring? Yeah, it's not gonna get you anything. It's not. The guiding ring does not make Sophia good. That makes guiding her good. I'm gonna go with Reg. Reg's really. I think Reg's pretty underrated for this. I mean, he's not. I wouldn't say he's like the best, but I'd say he's pretty decent. Hmm. Hang on. I never actually used Luke before. Usually he always dies. So I gotta check his stuff out real quick. Okay, he doesn't look too bad. He supports with Milady of all people. I did not see that coming. I think I want to give it to Garrett because Garrett is like, yes, he joins late and he's a little slow a bit. He's honestly really good though. Like he can kill the wyverns and struggle, but are really hard for some people to beat. Oh, some friends know how much I love Bartray, so I really want to give it to him, but Shauna has Fire Affinity, which gives attack and crit, I think. I forget what else it gives. I think crit avoid and something else. Isn't it accuracy? I want to say it's hit. But she can double fire with Roy, and that honestly helps with her part of her strength issue a little bit. It's like, sure, you have to get a little lucky with her, but I think honestly it pays out more than Bartray a bit, which is sad because I love Bartray. Yeah, I'm giving this to Lance. As much as Dorothy can help with wyverns a bit, if I remember correctly, her stats are comparable to Waltz, who joins Chapter 1, so... Ooh, okay. This one's interesting. We have Marcus 2 and Klein. I think with when they join at the time, Zealot helps a bit more. Because he joins in Chapter 7, which he can help in quite like decently. Especially if like given an axe that he can help with the wyverns. Or can he use the Silver Lance at base? I don't think he can. I think he's And I'm looking this up real quick to make sure I'm not messing this up. No, he can use the silver latte base. And if he doesn't, and if your Marcus doesn't get a strength level up, he actually has a higher strength stat. So I think just with when he joins, I think I'm gonna give it to Zealot because he helps during a pretty rough chapter for a lot of people. But like that's not even to say Klein is really. I think Klein's good too. Like he's actually one of the few pretty much that has good growth rates, and he has decent stats too. Like, I think if I remember correctly, he's slightly better than Gren, which one's later. But don't let just because I'm voting Zealot, do not sleep on Klein. Trek and Lot, Trek cause Fe6 likes calves. I would say. Yeah, like I've used a lot. A lot has an issue with strength. Trek is very. I don't think I've actually ever used Trek before. I think I know what I'm doing next playthrough. Trek. See how he turns out, but he's probably like one of the worst calves in this game. Because I think he's more defensive. That's really it. But even then, like swords are really good in Fe6. So, ooh, we have Noah, the Jack of all traits, and Echidna. The thing is, Noah can have. I think, from quickly, Noah can support other calves. Like, sure, it's Zealot and Trek who aren't the best, but that can at least do something in Fe6. But Echidna's really decent, even if she's a little fragile and can die in her join chapter. I think I'm gonna give it to Echidna overall, though, because I think she can handle herself better than Noah can. Well, and Hugh, I'm sorry, Walt, you're kind of weak. Like, sure, you can help. I mean, I wouldn't say sleep on Walt, because Walt, if you get lucky stats and you support him with Roy, I mean, it would make Roy pretty bad, but he can help with Wyverns on Chapter 7. Then you can bench Walt or kill him to get a better support partner. But I think overall I'm gonna go Hugh, because Hugh's, sure, like, you have to pay money, but, like, in Fe6, money really shouldn't be an issue with Hugh, unless you want to get his lower stats. By all means, go ahead. It's funny. I think overall I'm gonna go Hugh. Oh, both of these are Roy partners. Okay, so if I remember correctly, Magic or Animal Magic in Fe6 is also really good, but Lilina's slow as balls. Like, and she dies to like everything, so she has no defense. Alan as well actually has a double fire support with Roy as well. I say this as if Roy's a good unit, but like in when me and my friend Sonic we play draft races. We usually find Alan to be pretty good because, unlike Shanna, who also has double fire, he has a good like strength growth. I think he's at 45, if I remember correctly. Sonic, you can probably yell at me after this if I'm wrong. But yeah, I think Alan's definitely better than Lena. Sue versus Zeiss. Okay, so funnily enough, Zeiss can join with like 19. I think, can he join with cap strength? I don't think he can. I think it's 19, which is almost cap strength for unpromoted classes, so that's kind of fun. I know nomads are good in this game, but I don't think Sue's the best. I think her strength's very low. Because honestly, from what I tried to use her, she did not do much damage to Wyverns at all. Chapter 7. Which is when I kind of want her to do damage. Like, sure, she can support with Roy, but like, you're not going to get that by Chapter 7. It's not going to help you at all. And Zeiss, he joins a bit late. I know he's, I think some say he's an S. I don't think so, because I think his growths are low, but I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember any of his growth rates. I've used Zeiss like once, and he turned out decent. He was stronger than Milady in strength, but he had like lower speed, so he's like. But I still think he's decent, even if he joins a bit late. So I'm gonna go with Zeiss. Speaking of Milady, I'd probably say she's the best character in this game. Like, from a like not from like a draft standpoint, I would say Alan's probably better, or Shauna if you're lucky. But I would definitely say Milady is one of the best. Like, Astolfo, I'm sorry, you're a thief. You can't promote. You're stuck at like 20s for all your stats. And Milady's just kind of like the best character in the game. Saul versus Gwendolyn. Okay, Saul has actually a very good staff rank, and if I remember correctly, it's like 10 heals and barrier. I forget I have to check what it is, but like for warp staff usage, he's one of your best ones to use, and it's 10 heals, barrier, then promote, I think. But honestly, Saul's a really good unit, even if you take warp out of the equation. He's pretty decent. And then there's Gwendolyn. She dies so easily despite being an arm knight to physical damage. It is hilarious. She is Sophia's like main rival, and who's gonna be worse. And Roy gets a free win because Brenda's not playable. Same with Elfin. Dayan versus Nimi. Okay. Now, Dayan is a route split character in Sakai, so that I don't know if I want to count that against him for this, because then I'd have to give like a little buff to Juno. But let's be honest, he's not better than Nimi, because Nimi, if I remember correctly, somebody said if you give her an angelic robe, she can actually, in Nosferatu, she can actually deal with some of the Chapter 19's wyverns, which is very nice. Well, she's a very good late game unit, despite being a little frail. So like, yeah, that angelic robe, you could definitely justify giving her the angelic robe. I want to say she's like 27 HP or 28. I'm probably very wrong, but I can pull that, and I'm gonna pull those up real quick because I want to see if I'm right for once before I talk out my ass again. 25. Wow, it's even lower than I thought it was. Shit. Yeah, give her that angelic robe. Douglas was Gonzalez. Douglas is kind of mediocre. He's an Fe6 armor knight. Well, I guess he's technically the general, but I think Gonzalez is probably better because like he's a brigand who joins earlier than Douglas. And Gonzalez can do decent with support, I think. So I think he's overall better. Speaking of Juno, a while ago, her versus Deacon. Yeah, I'm gonna say Deke. I think Deke is honestly very good early game, and sure, like some say he can fall off. I guess if you don't get lucky with him. But honestly, I think him Marcus kind of help the early game quite a bit, and other cavaliers can help if they get supports. But yeah, I think Deke's better. Corral gets a free win. I hate this. So what do I do? They're both kind of bad. I think I'll give it to Wade because he can at least support with a lot of the early game characters that can help him a bit. Like I usually do Wade and Law if I ever want to try to use them. While Borscht, I think, has to wait till Chapter 8 for support partner, I think. Let me check that up real quick. And then like Chapter 8, he gets 3, I think. Or 4. Where are your supports, you dumb... Oh shit, he gets all of his support partners in Chapter 8. Literally all of them. But yeah, I think, overall I'd give it to Wade. Barker gets a free win. Because it goes to Molinas. It's Yoder! I like Yoder. He's pretty decent. He don't have a Captain Res for some reason, so there's that. But Marcus, as I said, kind of just very much... He pretty much is kind of your early game in this game. So I'm going to give it to him without a debate. Ooh, okay, this is an interesting debate. Do I give it to Fe, or do I... Because Fe is only good for 30 usage before she just... I think... But Sword Masters are really good in Fe6. Oh, I clicked by accident. Yeah, she's a worse Rutger, but let's... I think you could justify Fur over Fe. But Fe kind of helps with soaking up staffs, so with Fe6 staffs, I think I'll give it to Fe just because of how annoying they are. You're going to get the free win. Oh look, it's the Lego Man. But yeah, I think I'll give it to Clarine because you really need healing in Fe6. And Barf's just kind of really bad with he can't hit most of the things he's gonna try to hit with. And he has no speed or res. There's a reason why there's an entire mini game people have made trying to get Barth with res. Dancer. Percival. Yeah, by the time you get Calf, you have Chad and Astolfo, and they're basically better, even with her getting hardware bonuses, so I think Geese is better overall. Ooh. I think I'll give it to Cecilia, because OJ can be decent with potential. He just kind of starts off very bad, while Cecilia's at least somewhat decent from the start. Better than Sophia. Though Sophia gets a win. I think I'd give it to Rig, probably, which I like Garrett. Trust. That's right, I haven't talked about Ellen yet. Okay, you should probably do that. She has very low magic despite being a healer, so there's that. But she's the early game healer, so you kind of need her. Okay, this one's interesting. I think I'll give it to Shauna just because of the fire support stuff. Even if Lance does technically get... Actually... I think I'll give it to Lance, because now that I think about it, he can get double fire. Or 2 fires. He can get one from Roy and one from Alan. So you can get A rank with Alan and then B rank with Roy. So I think I'll give it to Lance and Shauna. You also... yeah, I'm gonna give this to Bartray. Listen, Bartray joins with 22 strength. Sure, his other sets are a little low. But honestly, he just does a lot of damage with a Brave Axe. I think this is all you need. Plus Bartray are mods, it's funny. Zealot, Klein, Echidna. Yeah, I think I'll give this to Noah. As I know Elise joins early enough where you can train him a bit to be a little bit useful, while Hugh joins a little bit late. Even I think Hugh is definitely decent. I just think a little like early-ish Cav is better. Alan, I think even with her being a bit slow, she's a very fast support with Roy, so I think you could justify her over Zeus. Milady. But Shin's also very decent. He actually gets hardware bonuses as well. And he honestly makes pretty good use of them. Only problem is he takes just a K, so and that's pretty bad. But overall, he's a really good unit though. Saul, Roy can't. Roy, okay. Roy does get fire supports. He's pretty good as like a support unit kind of with his affinity. And honestly, and plus when he gets the Bind and Blade, he's actually somewhat decent. So I'll give him that. Free win, Dancer, Mimi, Dayan, Deke for earlier. Okay, now I got to talk about Juno. Juno joins late with pretty bad bases, but at least you don't have to get us a K. But I think Gonzalez is just better. Juno for rescue shenanigans, rescue drops. If you need someone late game for like the final chapter, Corral's probably better than Wade overall. Then we get to win. Worst gets to win. Rutger here. Marlenas. They tie. Marcus. I'm gonna give it to Faye just because of early staffs. Fur, I'm gonna give this to Fur, I think, because Yoda's decent for like, but he's also kind of fragile. It's sure like it's not like say for Fur, but at least Fur can dodge. I think give this to Gren because she can help with wyverns. Yeah, Claire Wing gets a free win. You get a free win. Do I want to give the Dancer? I think I'll give Percival just because of how Fe6 RNG is. But Dancer, Thea. Honestly, I'll give it to Chad for early thieves. I'll give this to Rig. Actually, nah, I'll give this to you. Yeah, I think I'll give this to Klein and Bartray. Then Trek. Sure. Actually, yeah, I think with supports you. I can't. Noah, Elena. This is ironically not joined the same chapter, but I think Hugh. I'll give this to Zeiss. Won't. Lady. Yeah, I'll give it to Shin. Saul. I mean, by this point you already have Chad, but Asofo has better stats overall. I think they're honestly, I think, about the same. I think I'll give Roy the slight edge because of supports. Stoffel, Dancer. I'd say Deke. Then you probably just justify Gonzalez. Oh look, the route split characters. You know what? Fuck it. I'll give them the benefit of. I'll give her the benefit of Ilya. Yeah, Recurse is better. But from Linus, I'm not gonna really rank him because he's just kind of the convoy. But if he's up against a character he like this, like Narshin, he's a boss, I'll give him the win. A tie, Marcus, Faye. I'd say that. I'd say early healing's better. Percival, Larum, Tate. I'll give Rick, Garrett, Cecilia, Ellen for early healing. I think I'll give this to OJ. E. At least Calf does have thief utility, I would say. Which I think you could justify putting her over Sophia. A tie. Allen's overall. Then Lance. Shauna. Zelot. Klein. Portrait funny, but a kid now. I'm gonna go Portrait here, then Noah, Melina. I'd go, yeah, I'd put Hugh, Concise. Yeah, Milady, Shin. Actually, wait, nah, I wouldn't put it better with Shin. Yeah, that I would. Yeah, I think the thief utility is better. I guess Douglas, because you'd have to use Gwendolyn. Ty, Marcus, because of early game. Then Rutger, Faye, Goran, Fur, Clarine. Yoder, because you have to use some more chapters. Corel. Wade, because early game. Boars, because early game. As much as I want to give this to Melinas, I'm not really ranking him, as I said, so Barth. I think I'm gonna give this to Alan, even if it's a little RNG dependent, just because of the fire support, and he gets to support. He supports two other he supports a Paladin and a Cav with Lance, with Marcus and Lance. I think he's overall a little better. I will say he's probably better than Shauna. I'm gonna say Shauna because of early game. Tate, Zelot, Klein, Kidna. I'd say I think I'd give it to Bartray, and Reg, Garrett, Celia. Yeah, I think I'd give this to you. Noah. Yeah, I think because Cav, I'll give it. Early game, I think I'm. Ooh. I think. I mean, yeah, I guess because early game, he's early game enough. Yeah. Okay, I'll give it to him. I mean, I think I'll give it to Roy for this one. Then Yoder. Rescue drops. I don't know. With this one, yeah, I think I'll go with Douglas because the Boars, Barth, Gwendolyn. Yeah, I think I go Dancers here. Dancer here. Then I think I'd go Alan, Lance, Percival, Larum. Yeah, I think I'd give it to Pegasus Knights, then Rutger and Ginzelot, then Shin, Saul, Faye, Klein, Gren, Echidna, Bartray, Fur, Gonzalez, Reg. I think as Garrett, at least you don't have to use too much items for him. And Mimi. Actually, yeah, let's go to Yoder. I guess, yeah, I'll give it to some of these guys because they can help with the early game. I mean, they're both kind of help with rescue drops strategies, I guess. I think I'll, sorry, I don't think you guys, I don't know if you can hear me scratch my fingers, but I did. They're really. I think I'll give it to Trek overall. And Luke, OJ, Sue, Dorothy, a lot for early game, Geese, because he can help it. Actually, Juno and Dayan, Weed, Douglas, Boris, Parth, Thief Utility. What did I say? Early game support. Chapter 8 supports. They both kind of died at everything. I'm gonna go with Gwendolyn because she joins at least earlier, so she can justify her a bit, I guess. Sophia, we agree, and only just gets the. Let's see. Do I agree with this? Personally, I'd put Larm above Elfin. Who's the worst? Sophia, yeah, checks out. Okay, let's put based off how I would rank them on a tier list. So we'll put the top 10 in S tier, I guess. So that was the lady is number 1. Marcus, wait, I should probably switch the music for you guys. I'm sure you guys are tired of listening to that one. Then Marcus. Then turn it down a little bit, 'cause it's a little loud. And it was Elfin. There's yeah, I'm gonna struggle with seems guys for a bit, it seems. Alan, Lance, and Percival. Wait, they're in alphabetical order, aren't they? Okay. 6. Barham. So then we have Shauna and Tate. And then Rutger. This was, yeah, just make sure this isn't doing it over here, is it? Okay, perfect. Okay, so no Deeks 11. Then Zilad, Shin. There we go. Saul, Faye Klein. Oh. Yeah. Grin, Gorin, Kena, Bartray. Burr, Gonzalez, Rig. Yeah, okay. I'll try to even them out. Tiers out later. I'll just put okay. Then Garrett and Mimi. Celia. Clarine. Rolling Peas. No. See what I mean when I say sometimes it's a bit wrong? Or I'm a bit wrong, I guess, in this situation. Ellen and B2. Crazy. And yeah, I would say Stalker's probably the best thief, but I would probably put him in C myself. Then, where's Noah at? There's Noah. Who's next? Lena. Okay. Hugh. Zeiss. Chad. Carell. Walt. Shrek. Loog. OJ. Sue. Dorothy. Lot. Oh boy. Then Geese. Juno. Dayan. Wade. Douglas. Bors. Barth. Kath. Gwendolyn Sophia. Okay, you two go in an effort. I'm not even gonna justify that. Okay, then just stick my ways up there. Oh boy. Some things I agree and some things I disagree on. But I'm gonna make mine real quick. Okay, yeah. Okay, 8. I think for at least early game, yeah, I would argue. Oh my gosh. My fingers are such. I'm so bad with the keypad sometimes. I swear, or mouse pad, whatever. Let's get some obvious out of the way. I would still say these guys are bad. Personally, for me, I'd also put, at least for me personally, where's Kath? Right there. I'd also put her down here with them, just slightly above them because of thief utility. Okay, then Climb is up in there. Amy. Where's Echidna at? Then Echidna and I think I put a Bertra down there. down there just because of, hang on, I put Zella up here. Just because of chapter 7, I'm gonna put Zella here. I think yeah, you could justify Bartrina. I think I'm gonna put, yeah, I think Astolfo will be B, Chad will be C. At least because Astolfo has stats at least for thief utility, at least for a thief. Chad is growth, and then Kath is, I don't know what Kath is, I guess lucky. Then we'll put Saul. I'll put Saul like around here because he's really good. Roy, C. I think slightly better than Chad. Same with Lena. I would say she's slightly better. Yeah, because Roy's more of support until he gets Bind and Blade. If I had to put one more unit in A, who would I? I guess I could put Gonzi. I think remember some of his supports, I think they help him with his issues. Remember correctly. I don't want to grab you. I want to put Grin in B. She's only lower. I think she's slightly lower because I think Klein just is better overall. But she's still like, good to deploy. I'd say Clarine, Cecilia. I think I put Faye in here in B. Sure, you don't get to use her too much. I think she gets used enough. I'd say probably Rig about here. Bors, Barth, Bors, Wade, Lot. I think you could argue Dorothy and Lot in C for low C at best for some kind of bow unit. In I think a good say is she as well. Yeah, I think we'll put it right here. I mean, just potential. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. Because you get early enough where you can train him a bit and get support with Roy. See, yeah, I think I'd go with that. Douglas. Yeah, I'd go with that. I think. Yeah, Noah can go and C as well. I'd say probably about here. Geese, D as well. Fur, B. Yeah, I'd give Lug B when he's a little weak. OJ and C, I'd say about there. Ellen C as well. It's probably about here. I think I'll put them in C just for like the rescue drops they can do. Then Corral can go right here. Yoder I'd put in B because he does pretty decent. Oh, for what little you get to use of him. Zeiss I'd put C as well. Then Trek D. Merlinus gets put in S because he's Merlinus. Then Hugh. I would say B, even if he does join a bit late. Like he's pretty decent, I would say. But yeah, that's how I would rank them. Actually, you know what? I can't in good faith put Douglas above them. I'm sorry. I can't in good faith put Douglas that high. Like, sure, Douglas is probably better. Actually, maybe give a track above Douglas. Maybe he's a Cav. But
Yeah, I think that's how I'd rank them. I think I'd put Gina below. Yeah, I think I'd agree with that, yeah. Never got me tier list this game again.